Welcome to Mindful Moments. Nourish your mind on the go. This audio uses AI narration to present our original book analysis. Today, we are diving deep into Kristin Hannah's The Nightingale, a historical fiction novel set in Nazi-occupied France during World War II. It's the story of two sisters, Vianne and Isabelle, who navigate the complexities of war and make life-altering choices.
It's fascinating how Hannah uses the contrasting personalities of these sisters to explore different forms of resistance. Vianne, the older one, is pragmatic. She's a mother fiercely protective of her daughter, Sophie. Initially, she chooses compliance, believing it's the only way to keep her family safe. But Isabelle, her younger sister, she's a firecracker, impulsive, rebellious, and almost immediately drawn to acts of defiance against the Nazis.
It's like they represent two sides of the French experience during the war, right?
Yeah.
One focused on personal survival, the other on fighting for a greater cause.
Yeah.
And the novel doesn't shy away from portraying the harsh realities of life under Nazi occupation.
Absolutely. Hannah paints a vivid picture of the hardships faced by the French people. Rationing, curfews, the ever-present fear. But it's the smaller details that truly bring the experience to life. For instance, the butcher shop being taken over by a non-Jewish woman vividly illustrates the displacement and injustice faced by the Jewish community.
You're right. Those details make it so much more visceral. And then there are moments that just hit you in the gut. Like when Vianne witnesses German soldiers shooting at fleeing refugees. It's a stark reminder of the brutality and casual cruelty of the Nazi regime.
Exactly. And these events force both sisters to confront difficult moral dilemmas. Vianne, in particular, faces excruciating choices as she's compelled to billet German soldiers in her home. It's unsettling, especially with the presence of SS officer von Richter.
I can only imagine the tension in that household. It's like being caught between a rock and a hard place. On the one hand, she's trying to protect her family. On the other hand, she's forced to share her home with the enemy.
And it becomes even more complicated when she starts hiding Jewish children. This decision signifies a major turning point for Vianne. She moves from a stance of self-preservation to one of active resistance, understanding that some lines cannot be crossed, even at great personal risk.
Her transformation is really compelling. It makes you question how you would react in such extreme circumstances. Would you prioritize your own safety or risk everything to help others? It's a question that stays with you long after you finish the book.
Absolutely. And as Vianne grapples with these choices, Isabelle embarks on a much more dangerous path. Her defiance escalates from distributing leaflets to aiding downed Allied airmen, ultimately leading her to join the resistance.
So while Vianne represents a quiet form of resistance, Isabelle embodies a more active outward rebellion, and her journey is marked by incredible physical and emotional challenges.
Indeed. She endures capture, imprisonment in a concentration camp, and a harrowing escape. These experiences leave deep scars, both physically and mentally.
It's heartbreaking. But it also speaks to the resilience of the human spirit. Even in the face of unimaginable adversity, Isabelle finds a way to survive, to fight back.
Her story is a powerful testament to the strength that can be found in the darkest of times. But this strength comes at a cost. When she finally returns home, she's a changed woman, carrying the weight of her trauma. Her reunion with Vianne is emotionally charged, highlighting both the enduring bond between them and the wounds they both bear. And it's interesting how Hannah weaves the symbol of the nightingale throughout the narrative.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just the title of the book. It represents resilience, hope, and the hidden strength of women.
You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
It connects the sisters' journeys in a subtle but powerful way. They both find their voices, their strength,
Exactly.
in ways they never expected.
And the novel doesn't shy away from exploring the moral complexities of war. It challenges our perceptions of good and evil. Take Vianne's evolving relationship with Captain Beck, the German officer billeted in her home.
Oh, that was such a complicated dynamic. It would be easy to portray him as a one-dimensional villain. But Hannah gives him depth.
Yes. He's a man caught in a terrible situation, grappling with his own sense of duty and morality.
He's not a caricature. We see glimpses of his humanity. He helps Vianne when she's in need, shares information about her missing husband. It forces us to confront the gray areas of war, where the lines between enemy and human become blurred.
Precisely. And it puts Vianne in an even more difficult position. She has to question her own judgments, her own understanding of right and wrong. It's a constant internal battle for her.
And this internal conflict reaches a climax when she's forced to make an unthinkable choice, to kill Beck to protect Isabelle and the resistance. It's a decision that haunts her even though she knows it was necessary.
That scene is so raw and powerful. It really makes you think about the weight of such decisions, the lasting impact they have on the soul.
And while Vianne is wrestling with these internal struggles, The external situation for the Jewish community becomes increasingly dire. We see the horrific reality of the Nazis' final solution when Rachel and her daughter Sarah are rounded up and deported. That was such a gut-wrenching moment in the book. It brings the horrors of the Holocaust into sharp focus, and it raises the stakes for Vianne even higher because she's promised to protect Rachel's son Ari.
Right. She's now responsible for 2 children, both living under constant threat. She creates a new identity for Ari, calling him Daniel,
Right.
and maintains this elaborate charade to keep him safe.
Her strength and resilience are incredible. She's constantly adapting, finding ways to protect those she loves, even in the face of unimaginable danger.
And then there's von Richter,
Oh, von Richter.
the new German officer who arrives, a truly chilling figure.
He represents the darkest aspects of the Nazi regime. He's cruel, suspicious, and enjoys wielding his power over Vianne and her family. It's like a psychological game of chess, with Vianne trying to outmaneuver him at every turn. The tension in those scenes is palpable. It's a constant battle of wits and wills. And as the war rages on, Vianne's courage is tested time and again.
But amidst all the darkness, there are moments of light, of connection and hope. The scene where Vianne and Isabelle reunite after Isabelle's escape from the concentration camp is incredibly moving.
Yes, it's such a powerful depiction of the enduring bond between them. It's a reminder that even in the face of trauma, love and connection can provide a lifeline.
And we see this connection extend beyond family. The women in the community support each other, sharing meager resources, offering comfort and a listening ear. It's a testament to the power of human compassion and the enduring spirit of resistance.
It's inspiring how they find ways to fight back, even in small ways. They refuse to be broken by the oppression around them.
And it's not just the women. Men like Gaetan, the enigmatic resistance fighter, risk their lives to aid the Allied cause. Their bravery stands in stark contrast to the tyranny of the Nazi regime.
And Gaetan's relationship with Isabelle adds another layer to the story. It's a love story born amidst chaos and danger. A testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to find beauty and connection even in the darkest of times.
Their love story is also interwoven with themes of sacrifice and uncertainty. They understand that their fight for freedom might come at a high personal cost.
And it highlights the broader network of individuals involved in the resistance effort. It's a reminder that even small acts of defiance, when combined,
That's
make a
true.
powerful difference.
And as the war nears its end, the tension reaches a fever pitch. The liberation of France brings a mix of joy and grief. It's a time of reckoning, of confronting the losses and trying to rebuild shattered lives. For Vianne and Isabelle, the post-war period is a journey of healing and self-discovery.
Yeah.
They must come to terms with the choices they made and find a way to move forward in a world irrevocably changed by war.
It's a difficult journey. They both carry deep scars, both visible and invisible. Isabelle especially struggles with the trauma of her imprisonment. Her return to Paris is heartbreaking. She's a shadow of her former self, haunted by memories and loss.
But even in her pain, there's a glimmer of hope. The revelation that she's pregnant with Gaetan's child gives her a reason to keep going, to rebuild her life.
Wow. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the enduring power of love and hope.
It's a beautiful symbol of new beginnings, of life finding a way even in the aftermath of such devastation. And it underscores the importance of family, of having a support system to help you navigate through difficult times.
You know, and speaking of family, the novel offers a surprising twist when the truth about their father's wartime activities is revealed.
Oh, that was such a powerful moment. It completely changes our perception of him.
Right.
He wasn't passive or indifferent as it initially seemed. He was secretly working with the resistance, forging identity papers to help people escape. It's a quiet form of heroism, but no less significant.
It shows that courage can take many forms.
Exactly.
And it adds another layer to the sisters' understanding of their family history, their father's legacy. It's a reminder that we never fully know the people we love, the sacrifices they make, the burdens they carry.
It also highlights the theme of forgiveness. Vianne and Isabelle have to grapple with their past judgments of their father, to see him in a new light. It's a reminder that forgiveness is not always easy, but it's essential for healing and moving forward.
And this theme of forgiveness extends to other characters as well. The novel challenges us to see the complexities of human nature, to understand that even in wartime, there are shades of gray. Not everyone fits neatly into the categories of hero or villain.
You're so right. It's a story that encourages empathy and understanding, even for those we might consider the enemy. It asks us to look beyond the surface, to see the human cost of war on all sides.
The Nightingale is a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit, the enduring power of love and family, and the importance of never giving up hope.
It's a story that will stay with you long after you finish reading. It's a must-read for anyone interested in World War II history, the complexities of human nature, and the enduring power of the human spirit.
And if you'd like to experience this captivating story for yourself, you can find a link to purchase The Nightingale in the description of this episode.
And while you're there, be sure to subscribe to Mindful Moments so you don't miss our next deep dive into another captivating read.
We're exploring all sorts of fascinating topics, and we'd love for you to join us on this journey of intellectual discovery. Thanks for listening.